Chapter 1. Sick of losing. You are listening at FameTV.info. Day 1, the third battle of the school festival will be fought between Ryan Walker and Rigid Russell. The commentator announced Genially.it was the school festival. Many people had come there as audiences to cheer on students as they fought to increase their Tate level. It was an immense stadium. The battles were fought right in the middle of the stadium. On the battleground. Traits were something you are born with. If you are not born with it, then dude, you don't have a superpower. Humans usually develop their traits during the time they go through their adolescence period. Commentator. Please welcome Rigid Russell, the strongest student of the WN Academy, making his grand entrance from the right gate. His trait. Double muscle. Rigid /S trait is to double the percentage of muscles in his body. He can utilize his trait to have more vigorous limbs and abdomen while fighting. His muscle ligaments can expand, tear to compose more vigorous muscles, and ligaments. This makes him the strongest student of the WN Academy. The whole crowd broke out into loud cheers for Rigid. Even students were welcoming him with their loud, profuse energy claps and cheer. Commentator. Welcome Ryan Walker, from the left gate. Trait. Enhanced powerful instincts/senses, and clairvoyance. With his head down, hands in pocket, Ryan entered from the left side. Rigid took off his jacket. Ryan stood right in front of Rigid. Rigid commenced grinning after visually perceiving his prey. Commentator. Both fighters, please take your stances. Rigid brought his left arm in front of him, his right leg forward. He utilized his trait to make his legs /muscles more powerful than normal. His legs were thicker and more vigorous. Ryan moved his right leg behind. He brought his left hand in front of him. Commentator. 1, 2, 3. Let the battle begin. Rigid made his first move. He moved so quickly as if he just vanished into the thin air. Ryan got careful. He glanced from left to right. Ryan broke a drop of sweat. Commentator. Rigid has vanished into the air because of his expeditious swiftness of movement. We do not know where he might be right now. It must be tough for his opponents to assume where Rigid might attack them from. Rigid appeared right behind Ryan. His grin grew wider. Rigid pulled his right arm near his neck, doubling his muscles. Easy, simple, Rigid murmured. Ryan heard the sound of that murmur, but his reflexes were too slow as compared to that of Rigid /S. To react, Rigid /S right arm turned thicker and more vigorous. His muscles commenced to spout out, red colored, just like raw meat. There was an /EW/ sound echo from the audience when they saw Rigid /S muscles emerging. That he was still in the air. Conclusively, he gave a hard fatal blow on Ryan /S back with his elbow and landed his feet on the ground. Ah! Ryan screamed and dropped down on the ground. Commentator. That must have hurt a lot. Ryan is knocked out by Rigid Russell. The winner of this round, which lasted only a few seconds, is Rigid Russell. The audience /S crowd broke out in thunderous applause. The audience began chanting Rigid /S name. Rigid exited through the right side gate. The hell? My trait level has not incremented at all. Rigid replied while he walked through the lobby. The numbers which appeared on their ID cards told the level of their trait. The current level of Rigid /S trait was 6. Ryan got up from the ground. He moved out of the battleground. He was still in pain. Damn. Why did I have to fight that guy in my first round? Ryan muttered to himself while he lumbered through the lobby. No matter whom you had fought your first round with, you would have only lost. You are the weakest boy of our school at last. A girl standing in the lobby taunted Ryan. 2 other girls started laughing. Ryan glanced at her. He continued walking. Ryan visited the infirmary to remedy his injury. He walked inside. Dr. Mary welcomed him. She made Ryan sit on the infirmary /S bed number 1. Dr. Mary /S trait is to remedy any injury which in return takes her energy. She is a professional trait master. She told Ryan to rest there for some time. Ryan_'s injury might turn out fatal if he doesn't /T rest. Other battles were fought. After a few more battles, the day came to an end. Commentator. The first day of the school festival hereby comes to an end. It was 6:00 Ryan was the first one to leave for his home. It was a long walk to his house. It was already 6:40 till the time he reached his house. Ryan had many negative conceptions while strolling back home. But he had no one to share this with. He is an unfriendly guy on purpose. He pressed the bell switch of his house. A maid opened the door for Ryan. She greeted him, told him that dinner would be ready in a few minutes. Ryan nodded and went straight to his room. He changed his clothes and determinedly sat on his bed. Damn, why is life so hard for a weak person like me? Ryan shuffled down on his bed. Put his right arm on his forehead. He was sad about what happened today in the school event. My love life is already more than just ruined. My school life and trait life. God, Don_T get me started. He closed his eyes. He was just surviving his life well enough. He remotely had any fun in his so-called sad life. Liam detected some smell. He sniffed frequently. Itchem. What is this smell? He got up and sat on his bed. He endeavored to sniff harder. Wait. This is gunpowder. Ryan exclaimed. He ran to his room_'s door, opened the door and called for his maid. Suddenly the bell ranged. Wait for a minute, silly sir. I will get the door first. Maid went to answer the door. Ryan went inside his room, /Mom and Dad must be back, /Ryan thought. He hopped on his bed again, this smell is getting more proximate. But why gunpowder, how gunpowder, the maid opened the door. A burly man was standing on the doorstep with 3 more men abaft him. How can I avail you, sir? Because of Ryan_'s trait, Ryan has an enhanced sense of smell, enhanced hearing, taste, touch, and has enchanted vision. He was able to orally perceive the conversation between maid and the man. They are not Mom and Dad. Ryan left out a long sigh. Yes sir. Is this Walker_'s residence? The man asked the maid. Well, yes it is. The maid answered. Ryan inhaled. Who are they? He asked himself, *shot. Ryan sat up straight in his bed. What the hell? He heard a gunshot. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.